I suppose anywhere else, these two boulders would be known as, well, two boulders. Someone who had issues we need not talk about decided to call this the birth canal. And the trail from here leads to Exit Glacier. I don't think we need to talk about how that's all related.
From the parking lot, find your way to the Exit Glacier Nature Center. Don't be surprised if you see a lot of people.
And then we're going to go up to Marmot Meadows. It's going to be our first stop.
It's a popular place for tour groups. But don't worry, the crowds will spread out over time. As for us, we walk to the left of the Nature Center on an asphalt path for 1/3 mile. It's an easy start, but don't get cocky. That's because when we reach the Harding Icefield Trailhead and leave the pavement, it's nothing but up from this point. Sitka spruce and mountain hemlock surrounded by a jungle understory of devil's club, lady fern, and other shrubbery give the ascent a feeling of an untouched primeval forest. The word lush comes to mind. And then, after nearly 1.5 miles, we make our way past the birth canal.
I feel reborn already. Glacier through the trees.
A few minutes of steep climbing later, we hit the sign for Marmot Meadow. Head left for about 50 feet or so, and watch for where the trail splits. To the right, we'll take you down a steep trail to Exit Glacier. To the left is a great view of Exit Glacier. I recommend the view. Now, calling this chunk of rock overlooking the glacier a meadow is perhaps a little cheeky, but it seems to go with the territory here.
Exit Glacier is one of those examples of something being named without regard for whimsy or even to honor someone. It came from a 1968 expedition that crossed the Harding Icefield, and this glacier is where the trip ended. So, prosaically enough, they called it Exit Glacier.
We return to the main trail and head left uphill. We're now in for a big climb as the trail eases into the open Alpine slopes. After about a mile of this, we finally hit top of the cliffs, that's what it's called, with its first glimpse of the Harding Icefield and another angle on Exit Glacier. In case you were wondering what the difference is between a snowfield and a glacier, in simple terms, a glacier is a block of ice fed by winter snow and constantly moving downhill very slowly, where it melts at what's called the terminal moraine. A snowfield is static. Doesn't go anywhere. We've now ascended more than 2,000 feet. Sorry, we've got another 1,000 to go. So, rest up and enjoy the view. Now, happy to have gotten this far and figuring that his view is reward enough, many turn back from here. However, we soldier on past rocks scarred by ancient glaciers, along with lupin and dwarf fireweed. The views are constant. Eventually, we come to an emergency shelter. We're almost to the top, and this view down to the Harding Icefield. But not all of it. There's too much to see in one scene.
So let me throw out a few numbers to startle and amaze you. This colossal ice field is 700 square miles, and it's 4,000 feet at its maximum depth. It connects 40 glaciers, and for all that, it is the largest ice field in the US. See those rocky points sticking out of the ice? Those are called nunataks. They're essentially mountains buried in the ice with only the peaks remaining. Taking it even a step further, while there are few, if any, life forms in the surrounding ice, the isolated nunataks can support plant life that's unique from anything else around here. Lastly, Kenai Fjords is the 18th least visited park in the national park system with 390,000 visitors. Although I have to say, on a day like this, it looks like all of them are here gathered right now.
Because this is the end of the trail, we turn around and head back down. Now, if you enjoyed this video, take a moment to please hit the like button. It feeds the algorithm monster and helps bring more viewers to the channel. So, thank you for that.